In today's video, I want to once again go over some new PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 games that have just been revealed. While not a lot of major titles, some games that look very interesting, and I do want to go over them. And without further ado, let's get right into it. And I want to first note that Recompile, a game that was confirmed for PC, will also be making its way over to the PlayStation 5. And this is a pretty interesting title, as it's a Metroidvania title that takes place in the context of 1 second in the game's world. Take control of a semi-sapient program and escape deletion in this atmospheric Metroidvania inspired hacking adventure. Set in the sprawling 3D world of the mainframe, Recompile features intense combat, tight platforming, environmental hacking, and a unique branching narrative. Definitely has a cool presentation style and unique in its own sense, even being a Metroidvania. I know there's been a lot of Metroidvania titles, but this one does look rather unique, especially from a presentation standpoint. The game has 4 key components: explore, fight, hack, and awaken. The game is about choices and consequences, life and death, chaos, sentience, and sapience. Intelligence exists in many forms in this dying world. One must explore all possibilities, observe and respect all perspectives. Only then can we truly survive. This one is scheduled for release in 2020 on PC. Let's hope that the PlayStation 4 version comes out in due time as well. Next up, we have Maquette has added a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 version, and we got a gameplay walkthrough trailer, the latest look at a first-person recursive puzzle game. It's a first-person recursive puzzle game that takes you into a world where every building, plant, and object are simultaneously tiny and staggeringly huge. It makes it possible by twisting the world into itself recursively in an MC Escher-esque fashion. Head to the center of the world and you'll feel like a giant towering over buildings and walls, but venture further out and start to feel small as things get larger and larger, to the point where cracks in the ground become chasms. In the game, you will explore the skills of everyday problems in a modern-day love story where sometimes the smallest of issues can become insurmountable obstacles. Key features of the game: note, solves puzzles by changing scale of objects and the world to find creative solutions in a world nested inside of itself recursively, a modern love story scattered through magical gameplay, 7 unique chapters filled with interactive puzzles to solve and awe-inspiring architecture environments to explore, a soundtrack featuring musicians and songs connected to the story's central location of San Francisco. So this one does look to be out sometime in 2020, maybe a little bit later on. We'll see how things shake out, but we do know a PC version is also coming, and this is coming from publisher Annapurna Interactive, and they put out a lot of interesting games. Next up, we have the physics-based Heavenly Bodies has added a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 version. We know that the game was previously announced for a PC and Mac release on Steam in 2021, and now we know that it's coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. The game notes, discover the ever-changing nuances of weightless motion in Heavenly Bodies, a physics-focused game on its way to PC and Mac. Wrangle the hands and arms of cosmonauts and push and pull and twist your way through a precarious range of physically simulated stellar scenarios where, without gravity, nothing is still nothing and is secure and nothing is simple. Beam up from mission control and visit the brave cosmonauts enlisted to work on Earth's latest and proudest feat of space engineering: assemble space telescopes, maintain delicate solar arrays, and research cosmic botany, all with your bare, well-gloved hands. Heavenly Bodies is a single-player game at its core, but can be equally enjoyed as a local cooperative experience. Call on a friend at any time and discover the new creative and elaborate ways to finish the task at hand. So that was the official description from the game's website. That has not been updated to specify the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 release. However, on the PlayStation blog, they do note that the game is in fact coming to the PS5 and PS4. Pretty interesting title here as well. That should be out sometime in 2021. Okay, here's one that I am very excited for. This one looks to be coming to PlayStation 4, maybe PlayStation 5, depending on when it's going to be out. But Fist Forged in Shadow, we got the Torch story trailer, latest details about the game. So this looks really cool. An original world in which animals fight back against a machine invasion. We were eager to tell a memorable story and motivating story. Ours began with a simple concept: supposing there was a beautiful, peaceful world inhabited only by animals, what would happen if it were invaded by a race of machine-like creatures? Amidst the backdrop of the inevitable conflict that would erupt and consume the planet, we pictured the emergence of a lone warrior, a hero. Meet Raiden, a battle veteran who has spent the last 6 years in hiding after his city was lost, yet when his friend is kidnapped by the Machine Legion, this silent yet determined fighter heads back out into the world on a desperate rescue mission. In Fist, flesh and blood will clash with metal, idealism will war with realism, and fates will be tested. It's an interconnected world with a consistent look and one packed with secrets. Visually, it doesn't look anything out of the realm of, the PlayStation 4, but it does look pretty good, and I definitely dig the unique setting and vibe that the game is going for. This one is going to be out sometime in the future. We don't have an official release window. It is a China hero project, and you know how those games turn out. Sometimes it does take a little bit longer for these games to ultimately be released because a lot of them have been in development for quite a while, but the new trailer definitely showcases a new element and side to the game, and it's looking pretty solid. Alright, next up, Party Animals has added a PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch release. Steam Game Festival Summer Edition demo was a success to the game, and they noted from developer Recreate Games, "We were overwhelmed with the reaction to the Party Animals demo at the Steam Game Festival a couple weeks ago." Recreate Games product manager Andy Gianni said in a press release, "It literally was a case of cute overload as the demand exceeded the abilities of our third-party servers and crashed the game. We never anticipated the game would be so popular that we'd have to work around the clock to fix our servers, but we're not complaining. We are thrilled that people enjoyed the game so much, and for a small studio like ours, this is a good problem to have." The game notes its unique physics engine developed in-house by Recreate Games features completely physics-driven character movements, leading to seemingly haphazard, floppy encounters that are both unpredictable and hilarious. Will your punch land in the sweet spot and send your foe flying off the stage, or will it rock your own character completely off balance? Get tangled up in a rumble with your friends and frenemies, and all you can do is hope for the best. This one doesn't have a release date as far as an exact day, but it will be coming in late 2020 on Steam. As far as the console release, that remains to be seen, but hopefully it'll be coming shortly thereafter. Next up, we have Tannenberg, which has officially been confirmed to come to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on July 24th. So, of course, this has been out on Steam for quite a while, dating back to February of 2019. And it notes experience authentic First World War action with 64-player battles of maneuver on the Eastern Front. Grab your rifle, ready your saber, and keep your gas mask as you prepare to play a part in one of the most significant conflicts in history. So this definitely has more of a strategy influence to it, but it's been received pretty well on PC, a very positive reception on Steam across 4,838 Steam user reviews. The only issue is it is a 64-player title, so it'll be interesting to see how the active community and user base is, because games like this tend to fall off rather quickly. Hopefully Tannenberg can establish itself a solid and consistent following with a solid and consistent user base on top of that, but the game will be dropping on July 24th. Next up, we have RPG Maker 15 for PS4 and Switch, and that launches September 8th in North America, September 11th in Europe. It's actually RPG Maker MB, so that will be coming, and this is a franchise that has been very popular on PC, but a limited edition is currently available for pre-order via the NIS America online store, PlayStation 4 and Switch for $59.99. It includes a copy of the game, creator's log, official soundtrack, and a collector's box. An epic journey begins with you. Become a master game developer with RPG Maker 15 with an assortment of tools at your fingertips. Create elaborate, exciting, and memorable video games straight from your console, then share your epic adventures online with other players. The possibilities are endless with the latest and greatest RPG Maker software. Key features note: your next adventure begins here, a high fantasy tale of knights and dragons, a modern story of high school romance, a chronicles of gods and demons. If you can dream it, you can make it. Game development made easy. Make, upload, play, an endless fountain of customization. So obviously, if you're not aware, RPG Maker has actually caused the creation of a lot of games that are available on Steam. Those games generally don't get super popular, but it is something to note, and I did want to make you guys aware about that. Nevertheless, RPG Maker 15 will be headed to the PlayStation 4 on September 8th in North America, September 11th in Europe. Lastly, I want to hit you guys with Explore Ambiguity in Creaks, coming to PlayStation 4 this summer, as noted on the PlayStation blog. This is one that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. Outwit dark creatures using light in a puzzling hand-sketched world. This is one that is getting a lot of attention over on the PlayStation blog, and they have an in-depth article on it. Very trippy visual style. Definitely a game that is gonna creep out a lot of people and maybe will be trippy to a lot of people, but that is exactly what I wanted. There are a lot of details available, a lot of cool aesthetic pieces as well. And it notes on the PlayStation blog at the end, as soon as you start playing Creaks, you'll get the feeling that there's something quite unusual happening beneath the hero's tiny room. I can't wait for you to finally get to explore this strange little universe that we created, and I hope you'll enjoy exploring the creaking mansion, dark corners, solving puzzles, and unraveling what's causing all the havoc. And that was the end of the in-depth article posted on the PlayStation blog from Radim Ajurda, the lead designer and artist over at Amanita Design, the developers of the game. So I wanted to give that a mention as well. Check out that article for yourself, because I can't really do it justice, because this game has a lot of nuances and depth to it. So I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. But that's going to conclude this video. Definitely hope I was able to enlighten you guys about some of the upcoming games on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Let me know what games you're the most excited for. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.